Today's video is brought to you in part by the Confederacy. Dual Universe. Possibly the most ambitious space survival game currently on the market in terms of what you can accomplish. Even now, in the game's Alpha 1 stage, there are a myriad of communities that base themselves out of this game. The game may already have established politics between the organizations. However, that does not mean that the political scene cannot shift in large ways. This can be most seen recently in the coming together of many large clans to form what is now the largest group in the game by many times over. Dual Universe is a single shard MMO, where the players are able to create anything they want themselves in a voxel-based world, as opposed to other popular contenders such as Star Citizen, where everything is pre-rendered and currently behind a steep paywall. The game affords the player the ability to be creative, and has no limits on what can exist other than their own imagination. From the smallest scooter to the most megalithic space station or titan, if you can dream it, you can build it. Players will be able to claim certain territories, thereby capturing the resources that may exist in it for themselves. That's not to say that another group could not just come and take out their claim by force, but it gives the player the ability to make their mark on the world around them in a noticeable way. Not everyone is going to be down with the idea of losing their hard-earned wealth and assets, though. For players that just want to play in peace and build cool stuff, there are systems in place specifically to ensure your protection. Certain planets have what are called sanctuary moons, which are moons that cannot be attacked on as long as you have placed a claim beacon. On the flip side, you cannot do anything on a sanctuary moon without having used a claim yourself there. So they will function as a pure safe haven for those wanting to stay out of the fighting 100%. With it being single shard, all players, regardless of location, will be playing concurrently in the same environment. This is due in part to NovaCorp themselves making new advanced innovations in the field of server technology. The server tech being developed by NovaCorp allows for the system to dynamically segment the game space into smaller and smaller cells depending on how many players are being packed into a singular point in order to maintain an efficient players per cell ratio. Also, the further away something is from the player, the less often it gets updated. However, the max distance you can see an object from is dependent on its size, so you won't be sneaking any Death Stars into the system anytime soon. Dual Universe offers customizability even at the level of your player character. Many concepts already exist for the sake of not just changing the basic color scheme of your suit, but the large change to the mesh itself. This feature is expected to be one that is continuously expanded on, and it will not be a means of microtransactions to our knowledge in how Space Engineers does their system. There will be an integrated pet system of varying tiers where the player is able to have a form of follower. It is undecided to what lengths these followers can help with players, if at all, beyond just being fancy status symbols for the well-off players of the verse, though with the shape and form of certain larger pets, we can make a safe assumption that not all will be just for style.